Aiden Ross. Was it an hour long? Okay. I mean, he got fucking Donald Trump. It don't matter if it was 20 seconds.
What's going on here?
Oh, so this is what he was talking about when he was inviting people? Because I seen Banks. I thought he was like actually going to happen. Nah, I meant Convy. Cuff him. Who are these random like white people? That his family? Yeah, and then bro come out to Miniman? That shit crazy, bro. Had a whole interest in shit.
What's going on?
Bro, you watching this shit, bro.
Today is going to be the most important stream I've ever done, first of all. Wow. And I want to say thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Get some good ratings today.
We're going to get some good ratings. Everyone thought this was going to be fake today, but, you know, we proved them wrong. So.
Oh, God, I did. I was like, bro, he hyping this shit up. He not even hyping it up. Like, he was barely streaming it. I'm like, bro, no way this shit about to actually happen. And they start inviting people. I'm like, wait, it might be. BRB. All right, man, you gotta stay in here, bro. We gotta clip this shit. We gotta go viral on TikTok. So get your pen pad ready.
Right in the living room.
Need timestamps.
Which I don't allow this to be ever done. So you're the first, just about.
Thank you.
Y'all think Trump is
A
racist?
little fun today.
do it.
But I don't know shit about politics, bro. Like that's how I'll start this shit off. Trump gets shot up in on TikTok. He's gonna be our president. So what the fuck? They better fix that shit.
Baron says hello. He's a great young guy, but he's a big fan of yours.
What's up, Baron? Yeah, Baron's awesome. He's a great kid. Amazing. He's tall.
guy.
Very tall.
He's tall, good student.
Yeah, he's very smart. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
I
I'm
do
trying
want to
to
first
cringe.
off, say this. Everyone in the chat, everyone in this room, everyone loves you, and I just want to say you're a true hero for this country, and I
Wait, Convy loves him?
appreciate you. And yeah,
Try to get him deported.
Again, I'm really thrilled we could do this today.
I ain't gonna lie, I never voted, bro. But your vote matters. Because I didn't do it,
That's great.
don't mean you should.
Do you know what live streaming is on these platforms?
More or less, yeah.
Yeah.
More or less. It's the new wave.
It's the new wave. I'm gonna explain it to you, all right? So I'm gonna show you this chat right now. Let me show you this.
Hell yeah, man, I'm voting this shit.
So you already broke the website in 5 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you broke it. The chat wasn't working, but we ended up fixing it.
How many people did he actually have? Because I've never seen that real number. I seen like a screenshot of like 200K when he first arrived, but I don't know.
Everyone in the chat say hello. You guys can put hi.
Most important
in the
election
chat.
we ever had?
W's mean it's
Like,
good.
bro, we got fucking Kamala Harris or Donald Trump. I feel like it's a lose-lose either way. Convy was trying to wear a free K flag. Sure, why didn't he?
W means win. Yeah. Yep. So they're putting W's and stuff. Yep. W
Got her in a
Trump.
wheelchair.
All right. So yeah, everyone is just super
Oh,
thrilled.
you're gonna have big ratings today. I can see it.
Yeah, I want to break 1 million. I think we could do it.
Oh, good. Oh, you'd do much more.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
I mean,
excited. I'm
You don't
thrilled.
know what the
Elon,
number is.
Elon actually already he commented on the X post that I went live.
Secret Service.
Elon is.
Wait, the Secret Service? Wait, is that these guys in the back with no hat? Where the fuck is Secret Service at? It's a big ass house. Or like whatever this shit is called. This the White House?
Great guy.
Yeah, he's great.
Bro get in the White House to stream?
Fantastic person. Little imagination he's got, doesn't he?
yeah.
Rockets and tunnels and
Yeah.
everything.
Man, they let him bring it?
He's a fantastic guy.
He's
great.
They fucking brung his mugshot. I didn't know. Okay. It's house called Mar-a-Lago. Rode by his... Yeah, that's
So
what I'm saying.
let's get started today. Let's have some fun.
Let's go.
We'll touch base on some topics, and then we'll do some fun stuff.
Look,
Let's have a
RL.
good time. All right. Well,
Ert
the first
up.
thing is, the reason why I
Mar-
really wanted to make this show happen is because there's a lot
Mar-a-Lago.
of people
Mar-a-Lago.
that are first-time voters watching today. And I want to make it very
How old is Trump? Is he getting to that age?
clear to everybody that you're a human being. You're a great human being.
Really don't want to say?
And,
Yeah, man.
I
I'm
want you
trying
to
to vote.
basically talk in this camera.
Your opinion
talk
matters.
to them and
Your vote
explain
matters.
why it's very important as a first-time voter to go out and vote and why they should vote for you.
What did I say,
I'd love to
Swoogie?
do that, and I love
What did I
having a
say?
young audience. This is young. I think you have some oldsters too. Cause I
You know what I said, bro?
He's
He's 78.
It's
I'm
about the
knocking on
American
that
dream.
door.
Right now, you don't have the American dream. We have a country.
Wait, what?
that's not-
His ear looked fine, bro. It was a hoax. I swear this shit was a hoax. You can't pronounce Mar-a-Lago. Like, bro, it's a fucking word, bro.
respected. Okay.
Nah, it's because they white. Wait, what happened? He wants his support to so white. What?
It's being laughed at. A country that just a little while
I think the
ago
ear shit was fake, bro.
stock market explosion in a negative way as opposed to a positive way, and that's been happening for quite a while. It's been simmering and really happening for quite a while, and we're going to make this country so strong and so great. And when you're ready for your job, you're going to get a great job, so you can make the kind of money this guy's making, maybe even more if that's possible.
I'm
Right?
trying to get like you, boss.
But you'll love your life and you'll be successful. And at a young age, it's really wonderful to think about the American dream. And with Kamala and Joe, I took him out. He was. We had a debate.
Wait, is Kamala Harris black?
With Kamala and
She
Joe,
light
I
skinned?
took him out. He was. We had a debate, and the debate didn't go so well for him. And they sort of.
He said, "I'm trying to get like you."
It was really a coup. Of
Indian
someone.
and black.
14 million votes. He had it, and all of a sudden they went to him and they said, "We don't want you as.
She's
we don't
smelly.
Want you running
What the fuck does that mean?
anymore." And it's sort of like a prize fight.
I be thinking about that shit. Like, do you ever just like? I'm not dirty, bro, but like I be taking showers every day. I be putting on deodorant. I be putting on. I don't be putting on cologne every day. I ain't gonna lie, but I got like Old Spice spray. I be putting on. I be like, damn, do I stink still? Cause like everybody got that natural scent, right? But it's like some people's natural scent stink. I wonder if I stink.
From my standpoint, here you're focused on this one man.
Right.
I think
All of a
Ka should
sudden
get
you're fighting
Kamala on
somebody
hers.
else, but she's
They need
actually worse
lotion.
than he is, and you're starting to see that. I think people are going to see that it's going to be very evident. So go out. We want the American dream.
Think my
We're
shit
gonna
look
give you
good.
the American dream, and you're going to be real happy. Thank you.
I have another question, and again, Mr. President, you know I'm not.
Yeah, he said he didn't want to. He don't care about politics.
Fully into politics, but you know I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I do want to make this very clear. as
You
well.
got. You
From
don't gotta
my-
be ashy
back when
lotion,
I
big
was
bro.
I went to high school in California.
But my skin not dry
and,
though.
You know, a lot of the teachers were basically at the time. You know, this is your first term. They were telling.
I ain't gonna lie. When I seen Trump get voted or voted in last time, I thought the world was over with, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I seen people crying and shit. I'm like, bro, I think this shit over with, man. But shout out Trump. Like in 2020, he was putting out them the stimulus. He was the gas price was hella low. So shout out, bro. That's the only good thing I think he did that affected me.
How horrible of a person you are and all these things, and the teachers, you're not supposed to do that.
I ain't lying. I feel like Biden, like, I don't even know, bro. I don't even what be going on with Biden, but he not on shit, bro. Like, I feel like he just gets fed shit, and he's just like, where do I sign? I'll sign here. Nope, the other line. Okay, and what am I voting for? Like, you know, he don't even know. Yeah, he a puppet.
Appropriate to have teachers, you know, discuss politics in school, but it's becoming really normal for a lot of teachers. You know, and you're a kid. You know, when you're a kid, your brain is like a sponge.
That's true.
So I want to know what your thoughts on that. You know, kind of the corruption in the school system in a way. You know, they're teaching some pretty bad stuff in there.
It's been brainwashed to a certain extent. Even the teachers have been brainwashed. They've learned from a long time. This is long before me. This liberal way, or now they call it progressive. They don't like the term liberal. You're not allowed to use that anymore, so
Wow.
I usually use it. But this liberal way that they have, and it's a bad thing. A bad thing. For,
Every president
you know,
league put
we
out
wanna
a
have
check
borders,
out
we wanna
when
have low
it's a
taxes,
pandemic.
We want to have great schools, really
Cap.
great schools, so you can
Only Trump
go
did
and
that.
learn and be successful and have a wonderful life and all of that. But we want to have a good military so we can protect ourselves.
Of course.
From
Biden
some
can't even speak
bad
correctly. He can't
players.
even read
Some bad
correctly. He
players
can't even
out
see
there.
correctly.
And
Can't
you know,
even
it's
walk
interesting.
correctly.
During my
Can't
4
even
years,
live
we had
correctly.
no war. Other than we had nothing. Everybody was afraid we were going to have wars, and just the opposite. North Korea.
I ain't gonna lie. On God, I thought Trump was like. I thought he was gonna start signing shit. We was gonna have to like. I was getting signed up, bro. I was. Man.
I remember Barack Obama was telling me, "Oh, the biggest problem we have is North."
Who was better, Obama or Trump, and why?
I didn't have a problem with North Korea.
No.
Big nuclear presence. I didn't have a problem. The only war we had was already started long ago, and that was ISIS, and I defeated them in a
Ice Spice.
very short amount of time.
I remember.
Very quickly. And we had no wars under the Trump administration, and that's a
Facts.
great thing.
I ain't gonna lie. Trump be standing on business. That's why I fuck with him a little bit. Like I remember Trump said when he lost his fucking conviction or whatever, he was like, "Man, I'll go sit in that cell, bro. It ain't nothing, bro. Fuck it, bro. They play me like I'm innocent, but I'll go sit in that cell." I was like, "Damn, he really tough." But also like with like the other world leaders, bro, I feel like he be like standing on this shit. Like if you want to go to war, let's go to war then. And it's like he be calling people's bluffs and shit, bro. Real shit.
82 years.
Biden ass be like, his eyes be glazed over when he's looking at people, bro. He don't know what's going on.
Since that's happened.
Like, damn.
And
You need someone to
we
walk
won't
you
have
across
wars
the
again,
street.
But we could have a war before we even
Stupid
get there.
ass.
That's the problem.
My bad. Trump, because Obama barely cared for us, and Trump took care of the homeless. Biden be fried. Trump doing more for the people. Obama putting all his money on the war. Man, I don't know what the fuck Obama did. I just knew he was black and everybody fucked with him, bro. Real shit.
And that's a great thing. You know, that's a really great thing. It was, I think, 82 years since that's happened. And
What do you do?
I didn't have a problem. The only war we had was already started long ago, and that was ISIS, and we defeated them in a very short amount of time, very quickly.
Swept them.
And we had no wars
Broomsticks.
under the Trump administration, and that's a
Are
great
we in a
thing.
war right now?
It's a really great thing. It was, I think, 82 years since that's happened. And we won't have wars again, but we could have a war before we even get there. That's the problem.
You know what's crazy, bro? This man Trump can do 2 terms, right? He did the term from 2016 and 2020. And now it's like, for the last 4 years, yeah, he's been out of office, but I feel like he's still been forefront. Like, he's not our president, but he's been, like, the voice of, like, the United States for real still. Like, I ain't gonna lie, him not getting, like, a second term is low-key good, because he can now, like, win this year and be basically our president for 12 years, I feel like.
A number of months. We have 4 months.
What do I know about politics?
The election's starting very soon, and I guess 5 months before you actually get in. And a lot of damage can be done in 5 months by incompetent people. We have very incompetent people right now. And I'm not saying that out of happiness. I'm saying that out of sadness, because our country's in tremendous danger, not only of stock market crashes or depressions or whatever it may be.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm glad the stream is going perfect, bro, because, like, this is the perfect time to have a good stream, no fuck-ups, no nothing, bro.
Tremendous military danger.
Oh, God, he went from a rich celebrity to president, bro. That shit is crazy.
We have
I seen this man on WWE, bro. He was fighting, like, Bobby Lashley or some shit, Vince McMahon. And fucking Vince had to cut his hair off and shit, bro. That
Israel's
shit
blowing
crazy.
up. The Middle East is blowing.
I ain't like Aiden be like has a strong opinion against Trump. Maybe he knew he was gonna get a stream eventually, but he always like whenever I watch his stream and he watches clips, he always has a strong opinion about Trump at least. I don't know about politics and shit like that, but he does like some type of research on what Trump has done for this country.
Blowing up. Russia's.
And he was like behind Trump before, like it was cool to be behind Trump, because now I feel like after his term, like people started like fucking with him a little bit more, because I feel like a lot of his shit was out of context, like Trump's quotes was out of context and shit, you know.
It's going wild with Ukraine, and things are out of control, and we have nobody that knows how to talk. We have nobody that knows. I was watching when Russia was thinking about going in.
When?
They never would have done it with me. They never, and they didn't. But they never. After I got in, they started loading up the border. I thought he was doing
2020, damn. Maybe he just called my bluff. But I do feel like he was like backing Trump still when people didn't fuck with him for real. Like I feel like more people he's more likable now.
Negotiation purposes. And Biden said all of the wrong things.
Maybe because Biden is so trash.
And ultimately they attacked, and they wouldn't have
Like, how the fuck has that ever happened where you're the president and you pull out your own presidential race? Like, that is fucking crazy, bro.
done that if I were.
Did Biden ever do a Trump debate? Because I feel like Trump torched his ass.
The border. I thought he was doing it for negotiation purposes.
Wait,
And
what the
Biden
fuck?
said all of the wrong things, everything wrong. And I was watching when Russia was thinking about going in, and they never would have done it with me. They never, and they didn't. But they never. After I got
Oh, we talking about the Russia and Ukraine shit? I ain't gonna lie, that shit is crazy, man. That shit's still happening. What's the other shit? Palestine, and what's the other ones? Damn, bro, there's a lot of what's going on, bro.
they started loading up the border. I thought he was doing it for negotiation.
But did he actually say that though? He said people were saying he was gonna send black people back to Africa. Not everybody like him. He said he's gonna build a wall, bro. I ain't gonna lie. From his perspective, like I understand it, bro. Cause like people that just cross the border illegally, like they take jobs away from like hardworking Americans and shit. I do like understand that. Because as an American with citizenship and like you should be able to get a job, like a fucking 9 to 5 whenever it seems fit for you. You know. Like, it shouldn't be that hard. But I feel like overpopulation is going to be hard. And it's like, we have overpopulation because people cross the border illegally. And I understand, like, they want to live a better life. 100% I agree with that. They should. But, you know, the way they do it, it's hard. Because I feel like they just run to America, which I don't know what else they can do. The wall isn't so people don't come. He just wants them to come the right way. Yeah. I low-key agree on that.
Negotiation purposes. And Biden said all of the wrong
Not gonna lie, the immigrants got a car before me, and I'm a born citizen. I'm not joking.
things, everything wrong.
It'd be crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I be looking at the bills every month, bro. Like, how the fuck is this shit so high to live a normal life, bro? I don't be doing extra shit, bro. How the fuck is it this much, bro?
and ultimately they attacked, and they wouldn't have done that if I were president. So we got to get back in and get it straightened out. We'll get that one worked out.
I agree.
A lot of people dying.
Yeah, it's a lot of innocent lives being lost. You know, you had mentioned the stock market crashing. I don't know if you obviously, I saw the post you made on your app Truth. You know, what I just saw yesterday and the day before, you know, I'm in crypto and I'm in stocks myself, and I couldn't believe what's going on. You know, you have Japan, you have everybody just falling. And I want to ask you, you know, how do we basically get it back up and flowing and back up and running? And, you know, and what's causing this?
Well, right now you have no confidence. You have somebody that now is taking over from Biden.
But I don't know what the fuck. I don't know about stocks and shit, but like, stocks are for rich people to get richer, right? So, you know, it's like if the stock market crashes, what do we do to help that? Yeah, I seen Ethereum, like everybody lost out on money. I seen banks talk about it, like, oh damn, it's the worst shit I ever. You know, you make hella money off that shit. Like, can you put me on? Like, we all trying to eat around here. You turn the flock 5.
He just wants to stay in bed all day.
Flock.
He wants to stay in bed. It was a
You're
fraud.
trying to get rich.
They tried to tell people he was.
You laughing? I'm dead
what he
ass.
was doing.
I'm still in the
And
trenches
the
for a
debate,
reason,
he
bro.
was, adjudged to be not so good.
Yeah.
But you can go back 4 years too.
Bam,
He
you vote this
campaigned
year?
From his basement. He didn't campaign. I said, "Where is this guy doing?" COVID?
He was just in
They
here, I
used
think,
COVID
earlier.
as an excuse not to let him talk.
Yeah.
The whole thing was a fraud,
Should've
and
got you
everybody
funneled
knew
down,
it.
really.
And they knew it strongly. And
Stocks make you mad, Brett. I feel like it makes you mad, Brett, over time. When you learn about stocks, gangsta, it starts slow, but when you go up, you stay up. I'd rather sports bet and waste all my money on fucking Lamar Jackson over under 150 yards.
we're going to get it going again. We have to get it going again. It's they put us in a very bad position.
That's what I'm saying. He was
The worst
here.
thing is we have probably, I think, Aiden, 20 million people came
I
into
ain't gonna lie, that carpet look dirty as hell. I ain't gonna lie. You need to like sweep that shit or something. Get some carpet cleaner on that. My
our
fault.
country.
It just look hella like old,
Open borders.
dusty.
And many come from prison.
Dusty
and
ass.
you can be a liberal and your people can be, but coming from some of the meanest prisons
So why does bro got a whole audience behind him? Like this is a Trump rally.
all over the world, not just South America, from all over the world, from the Congo and Africa. They
I'm surprised Cuffman Kavya says shit.
come from all over the world. They're coming, and they're releasing their prisoners into.
Oh my god, it's been 8 minutes. Yo, y'all be yapping, bro. That's why we don't get through shit anymore.
The United States. Now, you can be a liberal guy, you can be progressive as anybody in the world, and you can't think that's a positive thing. No. They're coming out of mental institutions. They're pouring into the United States,
You gotta be
and they're hurting and damaging our country,
I know,
killing
but-
our people. And the crime rate with
crazy.
what you're talking about and what we're talking about, we call it migrant crime. It's a new form of crime, and it's a very violent crime. And it's going to take
That's
on
like
proportions
toxic
the likes
farming,
of
though.
which this country has never seen
Get
before.
tackled by the
And remember,
Secret
these
Service.
people are just getting accustomed. These are people coming out of mental institutions, prisons and jails, and many terrorists were having record
I had to say it too. I'm
numbers
like, bro,
of terrorists
that's a mess.
coming in. So I'm talking, I assume, mostly to a young audience, but a young audience, no matter where they're coming from, they can't be happy about this.
No, they can't. Jobs are being taken. A lot of crime. So President Trump, what do we do to fix that issue? What if I happen to be born in another country and I want to come the right way? How would that work?
Well, that's what we want. We want people to come in, but they have to come in through a system, through a legal system. And one of the things that's unfair is we have hundreds of thousands of people that have applied to come in, and this administration doesn't talk to them.
Right.
But if they walk through the southern border, they have no problem getting in. I don't even know why they're doing this, but some people are waiting 10 years to come in, and they've studied, they learned all about the United States, about our Constitution, about everything, and they're not being let in, and we're allowing people to come in from really rough places, really bad places, and they come in through caravans, and these caravans have 10, 20, 30,000 people, and they're pouring through Mexico. That's
crazy.
And Mexico was great when I was there. They were helping us. I had stay in Mexico. You can imagine what that is. That means you have to stay in Mexico. You can't come into this country until we approve you. They gave it up. Now they just walk right in.
Wow.
They had catch and release. We had catch and release. That's you catch a criminal and you release him into our country. I said, no. We catch a criminal and we release him into Mexico. I think you feel better about that.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
It's one of those things. There's so
Bro,
many things.
I'm
They are
weird, bro.
so bad. It's like amateur night.
Damn,
it's
bro.
either
It's like a
amateur
debate,
night or they
bro.
want to
Like
destroy it.
presidential shit.
Right. Do you what do you think about what's going on in Venezuela? The whole situation now.
What's going on
Well,
there?
I know it very well, and Venezuela is right now being run by a dictator. We were enemies with Venezuela. Venezuela was going to collapse, and people could have gone back to Venezuela. They're in our country now. They've released tremendous numbers of criminals into our country. If you look at Caracas, it was known for being a very dangerous city.
All right, my
And now
bad,
it's
I'm
very
done,
safe.
I'm
In
done.
fact, the next interview we'll do it in Caracas, Venezuela, because it's safer
down.
than many of our cities after they've released their criminals into all of our cities.
Bro, I don't know what they talking about. What happened in Venezuela, bro?
And I'm kidding.
I know.
The reason I have to say that because the fake news media knows that too. But they'll say he suggested they go to Venezuela. They are so bad it's hard to believe. But anyway, so Venezuela, their crime is down 72% because they've taken their criminal elements, which are large. It was a very dangerous place, especially Caracas and the different cities, and they've moved them into the United States of America. I know you're very happy. I know that your mother and father must be thrilled when they hear that.
Yeah.
Who happen to be here, I believe.
They are. They're right over there. Hey, mommy, dad.
Are you thrilled with what they're doing?
Oh my God, these are his parents. His mom that has fucking 7 birthdays the whole year.
I don't think so. I don't think they're thrilled. I don't think so. So their crime rate is down 72%.
Right.
Because they're drug dealers.
Give me bits then.
They're criminals. They're
Pay me to
murderers,
skip
they're
this
rapists.
shit, bro.
Everyone's being moved into the United States. And soon they will have
Honey
moved
gifted,
all
I'll
of the
skip.
criminals into the U.S. They won't have crime. So that's why I say we'll go to Venezuela for our next interview. Okay. It's a very serious problem. I mean, honestly, what they're doing to this country, they're destroying our country, Aiden. They're destroying stupid
don't
people.
know. Okay.
He's not a smart man. He wasn't smart 35 years ago. He wasn't smart 20 years ago. And now he's really not smart. And you saw that
Facts.
from the debate. And he's really gone down the tubes. And she is,
Yeah.
look, she couldn't even pass her law exam. She couldn't pass her bar exam. And I'm not saying that because I know other people didn't pass their bar
makes
exam, but
sense.
she thought she'd never be able to pass it.
Damn.
And this is who we have running our country. It's a shame.
Wait, have Kamala and Trump ever debated? Like, I want to see Trump debate, bro, because I feel like he'd be on her ass.
Ultra left, ultra radical. I just see where.
I think it's
99
crazy, really. But if it was Max or fucking Kai or fucking Queso, y'all would have gifted immediately. Why y'all trying to get the rich streamers more fucking money? Give the guy in the trenches more money. Come on, this is quality content right here, bro. Everybody wants to watch the Trump and Aiden debate.
vicious terrorist when she was, I guess, Attorney General. Because she was Attorney General in California. She destroyed
fuck with y'all, for
California.
real.
Her policies have destroyed California.
They
Her
actually
policies when
entertaining.
she
This
was
ain't
the district
entertaining?
Attorney have destroyed San Francisco. San Francisco was the best city
Go back
in
to
our
my
country
fucking- what's it
20 years
called?
ago. And now it's, not even,
It's
frankly,
more
it's not even
entertaining?
livable.
What about
We
this?
have to bring our cities back. We're going to have to focus on bringing our cities back.
It's actually really sad. You know, I live in California for a long time. Even Los Angeles, it's not safe. It's not safe. Everyone I know that lives in multi-million-dollar, homes.
What do you want me to
that
do, bro?
Content.
What do you want me to do? You want me to fucking jump up and start running around my room like Kai Cenat? Is that what quality content is? Like, you want me to start saying gay jokes?
They're getting robbed. They're getting robbed. The police don't really, they're not active out there as
Clip
they are
farm.
in some other states.
What do you want me to
It's
do,
really sad,
bro?
And I agree. I saw a video in San Francisco where people just walk into a Louis Vuitton and an Apple store and just loot, and leave like nothing ever happened. It's crazy.
They loot, and not only that, they have like $1,000 or $1,500, where she started, where she won't even prosecute if it's less than $1,500.
Wow.
So you see these people go in with like calculators, and they're adding the stuff that they're stealing because they won't be prosecuted.
Wait.
So that if they get nabbed, they
Wait.
say, no, it's less than whatever it is.
Start throwing
$1,000.
eggs
And she started
out
the concept
you
of
window,
that, and it's now
parole something.
Spreading. Our country, we need strong leadership. We didn't have stuff like this. You know,
No, it's a fool,
when
bro.
you look at what's happened
We
in
need to
this
make
country,
the-
and you look at other countries, crime
I just got
rates
the food
all
stamps
over the
a couple days
world
ago,
are
bro.
down. You know why? Because they're all dumping their bad people, their prisoners, and all of the people that are bad. They're not only the people on the streets, the people that are in jails. You know what they save by doing that? But they're dumping their prisoners and their criminal elements. They're dumping them into the United States of America, and our crime is going to go through the roof. It's gonna go
Oh
through
my
the
God, it
roof.
works.
100
100
we win. I
bits.
hope we win. We should.
Y'all
win.
would have give Queso 1,000 bits. My bad. Thank you.
We seem to be winning.
still
And,
farming.
you can't even imagine
clip.
that anybody
I
would want
appreciate
this.
you.
This has nothing to do with.
And
me.
now more. Everybody, let's go on the hype train.
Imagine,
Hype train.
I'm
Let's
just getting
go.
comfortable now.
100 bits. I
Anyway,
appreciate you.
So this
Keep going. Keep going. Spooky, you next. Go ahead. 100 bits.
Comfortable, but soon they'll be comfortable.
Wait, how much is 100 bits?
And
10
they'll find
cents?
that our police are
$1?
they're great.
Yeah.
But they're
I
not
don't even
allowed
know.
to do their job. They're not allowed to.
So you getting
be
big,
strong,
bro.
And they could do
I
their
appreciate
job
you.
if they were let. But if
Appreciate
they
it.
do their job,
2 cents.
They have their pension knocked out. They have their car taken away, their family taken away, their house taken away. Everything's taken
You
away.
staying in them trenches. 200 cents, so $2. Where the ball go? $2 though.
Lose their job.
That's $2 more than I had a minute ago.
It's a very rough thing
W
being a
mindset.
policeman today, I'll tell you. But they could do the job. We're going to have to let them do their job. We have a crime-infested nation. We're a drug-addicted nation, and we're a crime-infested nation. Other than that, we're doing quite well.
You think Trump has ever did drugs?
I want to.
Don't you sip lean?
Here. You know, I
You talking about drug-infested country? You're the problem. The dude you sit next to does fucking lean. So he's the problem. Be a scammer, Cam?
familiar with exactly what it's called. You were speaking
You want me to
on
break the
stage,
law?
with 3 other women,
Tisk.
and you just got ambushed. They were late, and not a hi, hello, how are you? Just straight into it, just straight trying to rip you apart. And I think you handled it pretty well. But I wanted to ask you,
Okay,
a
for a
question,
pint
like,
is crazy.
why do you think?
What the fuck? Who the fuck pays $12K for a pint? You talking about like a pint? Or a pint of
They
what?
just straight up do that for you, but then they're gonna ask.
pint of
the other side,
lean?
"Oh, what's your favorite flavor? Of
Yo, who the fuck is he copping from? And who the fuck is scamming him? You talking about be a scammer? I'm scamming Aiden Ross. If he paying $12K for a fucking pint of what? It better be the good shit. When you go do an IRL stream or vlog or something. I don't have a life outside of like streaming, so like, you know, this the best you're gonna get, bro. Me sitting on my ass. They be finessing Aiden. $12K a pint is crazy. Who the fuck pays? Like, bro, I don't know the price of lean, but I know I'm not paying $2K for over $2K for a pint.
ice cream.
That's right. Well, I did this as a favor. This was the black journalists. The room had maybe 2,000. It said 2,000. It looked more like 1,000 to me, but whatever it was packed.
Yeah.
I bought a speaker.
And I did it because I thought it was a good thing to do.
I don't know how to set it up though. I don't
Journalist
know how to set up TTS. I was looking at videos.
She was a
This
terrible
shit sounded
person.
like
and
whack.
I walk in, and instead of saying, hello, thank you very much for doing this, they also said, Kamala's going to do it. But then Kamala said,
Was it Aiden looking for someone to roll blunts for him for 10K?
she wants to do it because she can't talk to people. She can't answer questions. She hasn't done one interview. You know, she's not doing any interviews.
Yeah.
Because
She's ducking?
if she did one interview where hard questions, she's incapable of answering it. But I walk in, and this woman starts talking about, she talked about, let's get rid of the elephant in the room. And she starts talking about racism and everything. I said, you didn't even say hello to me. And I'm doing them a favor by doing this. I'm doing this out of respect to the black community. And we're getting record numbers, as you know, in the black community. And she came across, you know, she's with ABC Fake News, which is one of the worst. ABC is one of the worst.
Right.
And she is horrible. So she was very nasty. Harris Faulkner was there. She was excellent. The other person I didn't know, she was okay. I wouldn't say
A
she was
pint? A pint is not 100 to 120. What the fuck?
but she was okay. But I did it, and it was
Just like 200, 300 for a pint? Or a line?
quite a sensation. Actually, a lot of people think it was well handled. The woman was
These
so
dick rides in the
rude
back.
So rude.
that, you know, it's hard to believe. You can walk into a thing, and I do them a favor, and I do this. Most people said, why are you doing it? I feel I have an obligation to do it. I want to look with it. You become the president for all of the people,
Right.
not for a certain segment,
Correct.
not even for just my, you know, they talk about my base. It's a very big base. But you become president for all of the people. So I feel you have an obligation to do that. Now, she's not doing anything. She's not doing any interviews because I don't believe she's capable. She starts, I don't know, she's strange. The whole thing is strange. Let's put it this way. Our country's in big trouble.
Yeah. I spoke to your son, Don Jr., when I met you in Doral. I spoke to Don Jr. a little bit. He said, man, I feel for the young generation. You guys are, look at this. Like, look what's going on here. Like, it's
what?
like
Like
you
the
need
good
these next
shit?
4 years. If
10,
not,
20
he's like, I don't know how well the country's going to do after these 4 years.
I don't think it survives. I really don't.
Damn.
Look, we're going to have 20 million people in by the time this election takes place. 20 million people. That's bigger than New York State. Many of those people are people that you should not have, and we're all for everything. You know, all men are created equal, as the expression goes. Right?
Of course.
And now today they say all men and women are created equal. When they wrote that, it was a slightly different time. Today, it's that alone is a politically incorrect statement.
Yeah, it is.
So all men and
It
women
is.
are created equal, everything. But the fact is, when you're dumping all of these criminals and all of these drug dealers, all of these people into our country, you're really hurting our country badly. And it has to be, we have to take very strong measures.
We definitely do. We definitely do. Moving to the next.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know they were allowed to applaud.
Yeah, they're allowed to applaud. You guys can keep applauding.
All right, that's good. Common sense, right? You know, it is about common sense. I mentioned that term because whether you're conservative, liberal, it's all about common sense.
It is.
You want to have good education. You want to have borders. You want to have low interest rates, be able to buy a house. You want to, so many different things. But you got to have common sense. And we're run by people. And, just a little thing. When I started campaigning almost like 8 years ago, I talked about Merry Christmas. We should have Merry Christmas again. Let's bring back Merry Christmas. You weren't allowed to say Merry Christmas. I got it back.
Who said that? Who said we can't say that? No one said
Even
that.
if you're Jewish, they like to say Merry Christmas. Every one of my Jewish friends say we love Merry Christmas.
I'm Jewish. I love Merry
Good,
Christmas.
and you know,
In
Kamala
schools?
doesn't.
She doesn't like
no,
it?
She doesn't want you to use
Man,
Merry
I
Christmas.
say Merry
She
Christmas
thinks
to
it's
anybody.
insulting to use Merry Christmas. So we'll have to work on her.
I wanted to ask you a question. Speaking of, you said something about common sense. Someone who has no common sense, Joe Biden. Do you think he was pushed out, or do you think he made the decision to step down?
No, he was not only pushed out, it was a coup. I'm telling you. They went in to see him. He did badly. The debate was a disaster.
It was horrible.
Okay? I don't know if I was brilliant or if he was horrible. Maybe it was a combination of both.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
I know one thing. They were saying after I left, they said, you know, that was one of the greatest debate performances we've ever seen. And then 2 days later, they just said he was terrible.
Right.
They never gave. They took away. They took away the great debate performance. Stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, but no, I mean, I did fine, and he is. He should have. Look, he's done tremendous damage to our country. He was a terrible president. He was the worst president we've ever had. She's, by the way, considered the most unpopular vice president we've ever had. But she's a horrible. She's worse than he is. I actually think he's
Because
smarter
they're
than her.
racist.
And I think he's a really not smart person. But I think he's smarter than she is. But she was
Damn.
convenient. She was
Why are you
there.
talking like that?
They have better people. I mean, they have much better. In fact, all of
Why
the
are you
people that
talking
she's looking at are
spooky?
considered much better than
Don't
her.
make me
These
bring
are
up
people
that
that were thinking
clip.
about running. They would have run, except that they
wanna
didn't want
see
to go
that
through this
clip?
roadblock with her. And you know, because you're the vice president. So they wanted to go pick him. And I think virtually every one of them is considered better, smarter, would be a better president than her. But we can't allow her to be president. She's going to destroy our country.
She'll ruin it. I mean, already. It's ridiculous what she's saying.
And by the way, the youth is so important because youth tends to be Democrat.
I'm sitting down
and as
because
they
I
get older,
want to
they
sit
become
down, not
Republican.
because y'all said to sit down.
We can't wait 50 years. We can't. Make the move now. All of you young people, and he's got a lot of them. All I know is my kids say, Dad, you have no idea.
Why
how
y'all
big
blame
this interview
Kamala
is."
for
I
that?
said, don't tell me that. But make the move now. Don't wait 50 years. Our country doesn't have 50 years.
Damn. You know, that's crazy to think about. I want to ask you a question.
Can I call
She
you
did a
pussy,
rally
Sleepy?
recently. She had a rapper speak, and then she had a rapper twerk at a rally.
Megan Thee Stallion?
At a rally.
Yeah.
I want to know your
She
thoughts.
was not twerking, bro. I didn't even see the clip. Was she actually fucking just like shaking her ass?
You know, it's crazy to me to think that there could be twerking
I know.
at a rally.
Well, what Hillary did is she would go out and get Bruce Springsteen. He'd get much smaller crowds than I got, to be honest.
Nah, I gotta see that. I gotta do my little research. Ooh, okay, I'm about to say. Rally, laughing, interview, Detroit heckler. Damn, she got the first 3 letters of my name, bro. That shit disgraceful. Megan Thee Stallion? Come on, bro. That gotta be racist. For research purpose only.
For Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony
She
Thompson.
performing?
On Tuesday, Kamala Harris would host a rally in Atlanta as
Nah, bro, there's no way. She got these old people. Yeah, yeah,
Thompson.
yeah.
On Tuesday, Kamala
fuck
Harris
outta
would host
here.
a
They don't got the
rally in
angle right.
Atlanta as part of her political campaign to enter.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm supposed to take that serious right there. That's supposed to use one of my country. Get the fuck out of
And
here.
he had a guitar, right? I don't have a guitar. But he would fill up a place.
When can I run
And
for
then he'd finish,
president?
and they'd
Like
all
what
leave.
year?
Speaking.
I know everybody's like
So now-
asking and like wants to know when am I gonna run for presidential candidacy? What year? Like I'm damn near 30. Damn. Come on, bring out Megan Thee Stallion, bring out Sleepy Hollow and Chef G. This shit is fucked. But Chef and Sleepy wasn't like throwing up gang signs and shit. We're not gonna vote for you. You gotta be 35. Okay, only a couple more years. We just gotta stick this shit out a couple more years.
Because nobody wants to go to watch her. Nobody.
No.
I mean, she speaks for like a short. Nobody's going to want to watch her, and nobody does want to watch. Now it's at least.
Cam the Stallion.
But
Come
there's
on,
no
bro. Pause.
value really in going and watching her. So what she did is
You
she's
get a total of 3 votes. That's 3 more votes than you.
and they fill up the place. But what
Facts.
she does is a little bit different. She has them go last. That's smart. Like,
What if I run for governor? Governor of Nebraska. Damn. You think the Demon Camp image gonna fuck it up? You think they're gonna like bring that up in the debate and shit? We gotta think of another name for DGF too. Yeah, I don't think it's that bad. Nebraska will rot then. You good. Facts.
you know, I give. So in other words, they want her to finish her speech, get the hell off the stage, and then they can listen to the rap.
Performance starts.
No, it's,
That's just kind of
You
smart.
said bitch.
But what she does is a little bit different. She has them go last. That's smart. Like, you know, I give. So in other words, they want her to finish her speech, get the hell off the stage, and then they can listen to the rap.
Performance starts.
No, it's
Oh
That's
nah,
just
that's
smart.
fucked up. The gang fam. We're not a gang. Gang sounds
I
like
give it credit.
negative.
Hillary never figured that out. She'd get some star, and the star would fill up the place, and
And you literally just took 2 of the letters that already had the same
then
word.
the star would leave. They would leave. Everybody would leave. And she's talking to an empty stadium. You know. Anyway, this is a little better idea.
Yeah, I want to move on to the fun stuff now. I think we've definitely talked on some ideas and policies, excuse me. But I want to move on to the fun stuff because you are a fun guy. You know, I've heard a lot from a lot of people how cool you are, especially Dana. Shout out to Dana. I know you're watching.
Dana.
Yeah, he's the
There's
greatest.
nobody like him. You know, I always say everybody can be replaced except Dana. Because this guy travels the world looking for fighters, okay? Get me fighters. He doesn't care where they from countries nobody ever heard of. And that's where he finds the best fighters. Now, he cannot be replaced. He's truly great at what he does.
Is that really how it works? He just goes to countries and finds
He's the
fighters?
coolest. I know you're a
Pretty cool
UFC fan,
jump.
right?
I am.
Who are like your favorite fighters?
Well, I think Khabib, I mean, how good is Khabib? Do you know who Khabib is?
Of course I know who Khabib is.
Khabib was 29, I guess 29, 28, and 0, and then his father died and he stopped. But I think he never lost, I don't think he ever lost a round. Like,
Wow.
he fought many times. He never lost like a round. And I thought he was a great, I got to meet him at a fight 2 fights ago, because I walk in with Dana. Sometimes I do this walk in, and it's pretty
I'm
cool.
voting
That's
for
what I first
Trump.
met
I
you.
heard it.
That's right. Come to that.
Yeah.
If I didn't get any applause, you wouldn't want me on the show. You said forget it. No, we get big applause. We walk in together.
It's crazy. You shut it down.
No, I met Khabib though, and he was very, he came to me and he said, "You're the man that can stop the war," because he's talking about the war with Ukraine, Russia.
Of course.
Because he knows they're his people. I mean, on both sides, right?
He's
So many
Ukrainian?
people dying in that war.
Oh, no, he's
and the whole
Russian.
culture is being destroyed. You know, the cities are coming down. They're just pouring bombs in. And he really, it was amazing. We weren't talking about fighting. We were talking about a different kind of fighting.
Wait, why is Ukraine and Russia like beefing? Isn't it for turf?
Much worse kind of fighting. And he was very concerned about that whole thing, that war. He said, "You can get it
Russia's
stopped."
got
I can
enough
get it
turf,
stopped.
bro.
I
Why
will
they
have
hating?
that stopped before I assume. I will. If I win the election, the first thing I'm going to do is get Putin and get Zelensky. I know them both very well, and get them to make a deal because it's crazy.
It is.
It's crazy.
It is, and that's. It's like your rallies in the crowd, huh?
I know. I like this crowd. I think it's good. I like you people. You know what they are? though? They're basically the people that want to see the country do well.
That's it.
It's people that just like. They don't want to see crime.
Right.
They don't
Yeah,
want
I
to be
need to put on
mugged,
my green screen.
because they're selfish in that respect. They prefer not being mugged, right? But they don't want other people to be mugged, beaten up, shot, and killed. You know, in Chicago, on July 4th weekend, they had 117 people shot. Think of this. You live there. 117 people were shot. 17 died. This is in one weekend, July 4th weekend.
Wow.
I mean, nobody wants that. If you're living in Chicago, you have a good chance of something bad happening when you're going to go buy a loaf of bread, and something really bad could happen. So we don't want to, and they don't want that. The people behind me, who I just met briefly, they are the great, but they're like other people. People don't want crime.
What are you gonna do about
They don't want
Chicago, man?
wars.
My man Lil Jeff had 10 bodies and died on a drill, bro. You can't bring him back, bro. Like, you need to lock in, bro.
They want to be able to make money. They want to be able to have a good life.
you're
They
not
want
saving
great education,
Chicago.
all the things that
Third
you
world
want.
country.
Just the basic things, and we don't have that now.
It's really sad, honestly. And I
Well,
know,
think of this: Israel. You're Jewish. Are you a fan of Israel?
yeah.
It would have never happened. October 7th would have never happened if I was president. And everybody admits it. Iran was broke. They had no money. I wouldn't let anybody buy
Damn.
oil from Iran.
Hey, broke.
As soon as Biden comes in,
Why is he flexing on him like that? Damn. He gonna free Thug? Wait, I have a question. Can they free K Flock? Can they free TG? Like, this is the questions we really need to ask, bro. Like, because I think the only reason what's his face got pardoned and Lil Wayne got pardoned because it was a non-violent crime. It was drug-related charges. So that's why Trump pardoned him. So what was I going with this? I don't know if they can free K Flock or Young Thug, because Young Thug's being getting prosecuted for being a gang leader and or calling the hit on someone to be murdered, and K Flock is locked up for murder. It's only valid if you free JD. Why do they want to free a rapist? Free YB, that's a fact. Why y'all hate TG? I don't know, because TG gonna come home and save the fucking drill scene. What y'all think D-Thing was gonna do is what TG's gonna do. And that's a fact.
and everybody admits it. Iran was broke. They had no money. I wouldn't let anybody buy oil from Iran. As soon as Biden comes in, he didn't have any. He didn't have a clue. He let everything happen. But Iran was totally broke. They had no money, and I wouldn't let them. Nobody. China. I said, you buy oil from Iran, and you can't do business in the United States. They said, we'll pass. I mean, that's fine. But I did that with everybody, and we would have had a deal. 100%, we would have had a deal, and there would have been no attack. There was no money left. Iran had no money. We would have made, we would have made a fair deal for them. I would have loved to have made a fair deal. I'm not looking to. I just want them. They can't have a nuclear weapon. It's very simple. They can't have a nuclear weapon. You cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. So what happens is we worked very hard on that, and then he comes in and he allows everybody to go. China now is buying millions, billions, and billions of dollars worth of oil, and Iran now is a very rich country. And October 7th would have never happened. And it wouldn't happen because they didn't have the money to pay Hamas and Hezbollah and all of these. They call them instruments.
Hezbollah?
A lot of different names. And so October 7th would have never happened. The recent attack on the park would have never happened. That was so graphic. And so, normally you don't see that. Normally the media cuts it off, but they didn't have time to cut it off because it was during the day, very public. And you'd see children with their legs cut off. Those initial scenes were so horrible, where a rocket landed in a little soccer field. Just terrible. All of that stuff would have never happened. And we'll get it stopped fast, by the way. We'll get it stopped fast. There's no games.
Hey, clap! Clap for him.
Everyone that's watching, everyone behind, just know
Stupid
that
ass.
your vote really does matter. And
don't care if you're in a
big
wheelchair.
decision
Clap.
in November. You guys gotta really go out there and vote for the right person.
Wow, that's coming out.
Feel the rally there.
I swear to God, I don't know why I'm gonna roll you out of
Been
here.
on for years with people that really do like me, and they're even fair to me and everything else. But they wouldn't do what you just. They wouldn't say, "Vote for him." You know, they do. They're short
Yeah,
of
that's
that.
include
They wouldn't do,
fuck.
and they do, and they vote for me. But they
She's
wouldn't say.
deaf, but
I
she
think
can
it's great
see.
to say something like that. I think it's
Fuck.
it's so.
Look at them clapping and
ethical.
start clapping
it's fair,
next time.
It's smart. And if you felt that way about somebody else, that's okay too. But you know, you have journalists today, like that one that intercepted me. Literally, that was like a booby trap. I walk in and she starts saying, "We got to start." I mean, she didn't say, "Oh, thank you very much for being here."
No.
Just like the worst. And frankly, if I owned that network, I would fire her so fast. It was so inappropriate. And I actually,
Swear to God, you
once
get
start
rolled out of
walking
here
out, then you put the
immediately.
guard up, and you actually give less information
security
than you
at?
would have. They did it with sugar, right? But she doesn't know about sugar. That one. That was sort of terrible. It became viral. #1 viral.
Yeah.
And it was the question that was viral. I think my answers were sort of good.
They were really good.
I think they considered.
Yeah, they were good.
I can't brag, but they were considered to be very good. But the level of hatred and craziness, and you don't know, is that from the head of the network, or is that from her? But ABC, I've said for a long time, ABC is one. You have George Slopadopoulos. I don't know if you know him, but he's a nasty guy. And yet to Biden, he interviews Biden. I said, "There's no way that Biden can handle this guy if the guy is like normal, like he normally is."
Yeah.
He was so nice to Biden. He asked him, and then when Biden couldn't answer, which he can't answer most of the questions because he has no clue where he is, Slopadopoulos is giving
His
him the
ass
answers. He's
slow.
giving and isn't it true that you really don't want to see war? Isn't that true? Yeah. No, the whole thing is
His
crazy.
ass stupid.
Anyway.
I want to real quick talk about one thing. It was super important to me when I saw it. Censorship. You know, I don't know if you saw what Elon had posted. Elon basically showed if you were to Google Donald Trump about a week ago, all you see is Kamala. That's all you see is Kamala. It's crazy. Google was really, really trying to push her.
So Google is really crooked. It's horrible when they had the word assassination up because you know there was a big moment a few weeks ago where I got whacked. I got whacked, and whether it's me or anybody else, it was a terrible thing. Terrible thing for our country. It was terrible for everything. And when you put up the name,
A
the
10
word
out of 10 clip is
assassination,
you fight your
it went
dog.
to
Vito!
LinkedIn. It went to many other people, many of whom I didn't even know there was an attempted assassination. The only one it didn't have was Trump. Think of it. And when you put up the word assassination, it also sent you to Kamala. And people were really angry at it. Look, something wrong with Google. I don't know if it's the people running it inside or the smaller
think
people,
it's
so to speak, the people that are actually doing the nuts and bolts. I doubt it. It's got to come from the top. And it's so
I don't have
illegitimate
two
they have
dogs
to do
to fight
something
you.
about it. And I mean, the market speaks. Everybody should maybe just go off Google, not use it. There's so many other things. Watch your show instead. But there are so many things. Now, Mark Zuckerberg called me, and he apologized. They actually had it where, you know, AI is
They be
dangerous.
playfinding.
It's going to be with us, but it's very dangerous. They actually had the Secret Service agents were very brave because when I was being shot at, there were 8 shots. And as soon as they heard that first
You
gun,
don't know
I
you be
didn't think I did
trying.
a good job because I heard and I went down. You know,
Oh,
when you hear
y'all
bullets,
worry about the wrong shit.
and as
You
soon
got
as they heard
President
that
Trump
first gun,
talking
I
right
don't
now.
think I did a good job because I heard and I went down. You know, when you hear bullets, you tend to drop to the floor if you're intelligent.
Of course.
If you're not intelligent, like I don't think Joe would have dropped to the floor. I think it's
No, I think you were just been like, what's going on?
It's stupid.
What is that?
where are those bullets?
Is that a
come
bird?
from? Oh, there they are. There they are. No,
It's
I don't think
stupid,
he would have dropped to the floor.
Right.
But anyway,
Damn.
it's when you hear this and when you see what's going on, and he called up, and there's a very iconic picture that was taken. But there's a number of them actually. But there's one in particular that was very iconic, and it's been on the covers with the fists up, and the secret agents, service agents, and you know I know they're going through a little bit of a questioning period. Let me tell you, these people were brave because those bullets were coming at me, and I heard them. They were whizzing over my head. I had the one here. And I went down, and they were whizzing over, and I had 7 people, maybe, a lot of people,
Jumped
a lot
on
of very
them.
big people on top of me within seconds.
Right.
And a lot of people that I know would not have, they would
Facts!
not have done that.
Facts!
When bullets are coming right over you,
Yeah.
and you got people willing to, I asked a couple of them, they expected to die. They actually expected to die, and I understood that.
Yeah.
The other thing that happened that was amazing is within 5 seconds, the sniper, the Secret Service sniper, from a much further distance, 1 bullet, and didn't know about it. Now, it was a communication problem, a big one, and had it taken place, 10 seconds earlier, would have been good. But there was a communications problem. But he, supposedly, I don't think he knew. I mean, I've gone through it too. I don't think the sniper knew anything about it. He may have heard there could be a problem, but he didn't know anything about it. Think of it. A thing like that happens. He went by the gun and the fire of the gun. And I guess when the bullets come out, you see fire. And he was able to see that from probably more than 300 yards away. So that's 3 football fields. That's a
Damn.
lot. And 1 bullet took him out. And if he didn't shoot him, you would have had probably a lot of people dead.
Right.
Probably a lot of people would have been dead. He had a lot of bullets up there. He had a powerful gun and he had a lot of bullets up there. And the reason he stopped was he got hit 5 seconds. That's a pretty amazing job when you think, it's sort of a surreal experience.
Yeah.
Right? And you
Right,
can say
right,
that for them
right.
too. And they go years and they don't have to do that. They don't have to shoot people. And then all of a sudden they're confronted and they see somebody.
Don't
And a lot of
hesitate.
people wouldn't react like that. They would, they'd say, let's call in and find out what's going on.
Right.
His reaction time, I think, was amazing. So there was a big communication problem, and they'll get that straightened out. But the Secret Service people were very brave. And that sniper, was very talented to hit a target like that from so far away.
Right. Mr. President, I do want to say, first of all, you took a bullet for everyone in this room, everyone watching, everyone. The reaction that you gave.
God bless.
No other president is going to do that. They're going to either remain, where they are. You are a brave man. You stood up and went like this, and that was a pretty badass picture, by the way.
Well, you know,
I will say,
though, that the audience was very brave. Also, the fans, the people, and it's much more than MAGA. Although I think MAGA is almost everybody.
Who?
Because it's what we talk about.
Yeah.
But all of those people were tens of thousands of people, as far as the eye could see.
saying, bro,
And, then the
like,
people,
I want-
and those are the people
shit
because the
out
cameras
here.
are focused on.
Fuck, I don't care if you
picture
want to check your arms were
with I don't
flat
know,
next
100
time.
to 150 people or something. But
Fuck.
those people never moved.
Stop talking!
We had like a crowd control type person said whenever a bullet is fired, they know a bullet and they know a sound. We had a lot of bullets fired. So when you think of it, plus the Secret Service, whenever a bullet fires, everybody empties out immediately. They immediately leave and they empty out the whole stadium, and they call it a stampede, like in cattle.
Yeah.
And a lot of people get killed with stampedes.
that's it.
Literally,
Stump over,
they
yeah.
many people die in soccer stadiums. But when a bullet goes off, everyone leaves. Almost every time.
Yeah.
Nobody left. And you had the man behind me. He's looking like this. He's looking. There was no fear. It was amazing. They knew that I was in trouble. They saw that. They saw the blood because the blood. I guess you get hit in the ear. I can tell you, a lot of blood when you get hit in the ear. That's one thing we learn. We learn all these things, unfortunately. But they saw there was a big problem. Normally, when they hear that, they're all, they disperse. Nobody left. I mean, you take a look at that. Now, that was a microcosm of what was out in front of me because the speech was being made to thousands of people.
Right.
Is his hair fake or is it just really thin? Because I could damn near see his whole fucking what's it called, scalp.
And nobody there was leaving either. It was really amazing. They knew there was a problem.
I might smoke crack if we watching this. I might pay $12K for lean.
And when I got up, they were
Keep
confused
watching this.
because Secret Service was lifting me. I guess I was getting
Going
up,
through it.
looking for my shoes. I didn't want to go on they had stretchers and stuff. I didn't want to go on stretchers. I didn't want to do that. But it was amazing. And they were confused because you could be up, but you're not looking too good. And I felt it was important to let people know that I was okay and our country was okay, in a true sense that our country was okay. And so I did that. And the audience was just, they were, I mean, USA,
Yeah.
wild. It was a hell of a horrible experience, but I learned a lot about the love in this country. Think of it. A bullet goes off, everyone leaves. And his bullets gone off. They just,
I swear to God, I'm rolling you out of here, bro.
The way they didn't move.
going down the
You have
steps
to watch
after
that group
this shit.
because that was the same as the group in front, the big group. And it wasn't like, geez, normally they'd say, let's get out of here.
Yeah,
How do we do
that's
that?
true.
They
They
just
weren't.
stood
They
and
saw
watched.
I was in trouble.
Not doing shit.
And they didn't want to move. And many of them were standing up and they were looking. One man in particular with a floppy hat and wearing like a black T-shirt. And he's out there just looking. It's a fascinating thing to see. And when you hear crowd control people say, we can't even imagine that.
Oh, Grandma.
It shows they love me, maybe, but for the country. And it was pretty amazing.
That's great.
Thank you.
So I got you a gift. Well, a couple gifts.
Oh, good. That's good.
I'll show you, another gift. I'll show you, the second gift a little bit later. Okay. But I did get you a gift, and I got you this gift because, look, you are. I feel like you constantly beat on me. You're so strong, and
what
you
is it?
Like I said, you live for.
A Lamborghini Urus.
You're here. I want to.
A penthouse in New York. A big ass Trump chain.
present to you this gift.
That was
right here.
$500K.
I hope you like watches, Rolexes.
Oh, a watch.
You should open
He
it.
gives.
And show the camera.
He gives a fucking millionaire a fucking watch. A billionaire that's about to be president. He needs a fucking Cartier. He needs a Rolex. But me, that's struggling in the trenches, I can't get shit. This man, it's fucking unbelievable, bro.
That's a great watch, actually. Good company. They're good company.
You like Rolex?
They like Jack Nicklaus and Gary Player and Arnold Palmer and all the golf guys and all the other guys too. I do. This is beautiful. Wow. Thank you. Don't they have nice packaging?
They do. Really, really nice.
Wow, that's so nice.
Wow, it's nice. It's only $500,000.
Oh, I didn't know this. Now I know it. Now I know it's.
Man, we're
nice.
staining his ass after this shit,
Well, my
bro.
boys
Secret
said,
Service
well,
better
this is
get
such
up
a
on
big show. I
quick.
don't know what you're doing, but you really are respected. Amazing. I mean,
I appreciate it.
You know, I go into other shows.
You gave him a $500,000 watch. Of course he's respected.
Also, shouts to Nelk boys. I know you love Nelk.
Oh, they're great.
They're the greatest.
Well, that was through Dana. You know, Dana's very much
Nelk.
into this world. Dana's a young guy, sort of. You know,
Yeah.
he's a young guy, sort
Yeah.
of. But Dana is into this world like he could be an 18-year-old or 20-year-old.
Bro, you never made
He
it out the
knows more about
trenches?
you and the Nelk
I need
brothers and
handouts,
the
bro.
Nelk boys. And
Go
he has
sell
to do this.
drugs.
And I will tell you, I got a tremendous response. You know, you do some of these big shows.
Come on, fix
like
the
60
camera, bro.
minutes
That's on the floor.
Nobody cares. You do Nelk or you, and I can already see so many people going, I hear you're doing the show with ADIN.
Oh, wow.
I said, I've had a lot of calls. So it's like a new wave. It's
Yeah.
a new thing.
Yeah.
Who would think it? And sometimes television is not the big deal. I sort of feel that television will always be television.
Yeah.
But numbers aren't like they used to be.
No, I would say live streaming and YouTube is kind of like the new age television for younger people. So I did have some clips I wanted to react to.
Okay.
So this is the fun stuff I wanted to get into.
Okay.
Get into the reactions right here. This is so cool. I'm actually reacting with you. All right.
You know, I put you on Truth. that
Really?
we're doing, yeah.
Light
This is my
mode.
voice, you know,
Yeah.
and it's doing great.
Yeah.
Everybody should go on Truth.
Yeah.
But I will say that I put you on that we're doing the show together, and the response was very cool.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so shout out to Nelk, but they kind of gave me this idea. I have 2 segments I want to do with you.
Okay.
The first one is use one word that comes to mind to describe that person. Okay? It's a fun game.
Fun.
Let's start.
Sick.
All right, who is the first picture? And we got the Nelk boys. One word.
Oh, great.
I love that. Okay,
Really
great.
good.
Okay.
So you're friends with them?
Yeah.
Are they competitors of yours? Though?
Not even, honestly. You know, every
I ain't gonna lie. He got some trash ass tattoos, bro.
time that I speak to Kyle or Steve,
Yeah,
it's just only
they're
love.
all great.
They're really, really
no,
good.
they're just great.
Yeah.
But in a way, you would be competitors, but you don't.
They're more bigger on the YouTube side of things. I'm more live, so it's a lot. It's a
I
different
see, so
world,
it's different,
but it's kind of like parallel.
Look at them. I mean, they're just great people. That was Dana White. He said, you got to do them. I said, who are they? I didn't know. And after I did them, it was like an explosion.
All right, let's see what we got next here. We got me.
Yeah. Well, I can just tell you that one word would be outstanding. My sons told me
Addict.
about you, and they told me about how big Dad, my Baron.
Yeah.
He said, Dad, he's really big. I said, yeah, but what about else? He said, he's also a friend of mine, right?
Yeah.
But big stuff, Aiden. So I just have to say outstanding to do what you've done at a young age, and I know how old
It's
you are.
about to be funny.
You're young. You're serious,
Fucking
yeah.
Kamala Harris
My
gonna
suit
come
is
up,
older than you.
bitch.
How old your suit?
I don't know.
Thank you, Mr. President. All right, let's see who we got next. We got you.
Racist. I mean, president.
Patriot. I'm a patriot.
Joe Rogan podcast.
Interesting. He really is. He's an amazing guy. He's a very interesting guy.
See who we got next.
Go back and try. It's too small.
Mr. White.
Well, he's a fighter. I'll tell you, that guy,
UFC.
He fights. You wouldn't want to have him.
Cybertruck.
It's a little bit true with all of these people that you're showing. There's a good one.
Tesla.
Elon, a genius, truly a genius. I see the rockets come down with the engines, and they're coming down, and the engines are landing without any. They have no wings, no nothing. That was a couple of years ago. I said,
Right.
what is that? And I said, what was that all about? He says, well, we want to be able to save the engines, not that they go into the ocean and all. But he really is. He's a genius. He's also a very good person, Elon.
Let's see what we got next here. We got
Sick.
So he's very complicated. Let's say complicated because he's a really nice guy, but he can get himself into trouble and he can get some other people. But he's got a good heart. He does. But he's complicated. Kanye.
7.
Fake.
6.
But in all fairness, look, but she knows it. She's got a thing going. It's a good thing. She's a good thing for her.
I don't know who
But
this is.
there's a certain something she's got. She's got a spark.
she a
That's
UFC
pretty amazing,
fighter?
Actually, she's got a good spark. So I'll change it. I'll say spark. She does have. She gets on. When she was running against a gentleman from Queens, and I asked his people. I said, "Are you careful? This guy was going to be Speaker of the House. It was going to be him, not Nancy Pelosi." And Joe, he is a good politician, a real pro. Been around for a long time, many
Why
years.
she
at
wearing
Congress.
them earrings?
And I watched her on
Stupid as
television
hell.
one time. I saw a clip of her speaking, ranting, raving, going crazy. And I said, who's she running against? She's running against Joe. So, does he
Y'all
know?
ever think about like
Always got no problems, yeah.
if you have earrings, like imagine someone like females be having hoop earrings. Imagine someone just pull that shit completely out and just like tears your fucking earring out, bro. I be thinking about that shit. Like, damn, is it gonna forever be like that, or like they're probably gonna have to stitch it up probably? But like that's fucked up.
He's got no problem. I said, is he doing any debates? No, he doesn't have to bother with the debates. He's been there for years. I said, tell him I said that he should be careful. Because I saw her. And I said, she's Evita. I called her Evita. Maybe that's the best. Evita Peron, right? I said, she's Evita. She's in the streets screaming, shouting, going crazy, hugging people, hugging. Everybody's being hugged. I said, he better be careful. And she took him out. So, I give her credit. But she's got a lot of sizzle.
This governor of New York,
Asian.
Asian.
Powerful man. He's a powerful man. I know him
He's
very
China's
well.
government?
I know him probably better than anybody in this country knows him. And got to know him extremely well. We had a great relationship until COVID. COVID was a step too far. But we did very well with China. And President Xi, we did very, very well with China. We took in hundreds of billions of dollars. No president took in 10 cents. I took in. And I exposed China. Look, I want China to do great. Okay, but they can't take advantage of us like they were doing for years.
Wait, what was
and
the
years.
China
We lose
clip?
$500 billion a year. In
China.
But then COVID came in. And
He said some shit about China.
it really, I changed, but I will have a very good relationship with him. There's no going to war with him. He doesn't want to go to war. We're not going to go to war. And
Damn.
we had a very good relationship.
Why he say it like that? He said he not going to war. He don't want to go to war, so he not going to war. He don't want to go to war.
Going to war with him. He doesn't want to go to war. We're not going to go to war.
Like, why you talking like
we
that?
had a very good relationship. Actually,
Jason.
he was right in this room. He came to this country,
Racist.
and he stayed here for a number of days, as you remember.
He's Taiwanese
and
or
we
some
had
shit.
incredible meetings. A very famous meeting in the dining room, actually. But he loves his country, and he's very strong and
Came to
very
the crib?
powerful and very interesting. But he really does love his country. I can
Do y'all think Trump has like 24-hour security?
hear that.
Let's see who we got next on this list.
I'm gonna have to get up with him for that Rolex.
Yeah,
Old.
No, you spelled his last name.
He literally ruined California. Beautiful state. California is beautiful. He ruined it.
And when you watch him, he's
Oh,
always
he's
saying,
California guy,
we're not
right.
doing great. I mean, I have holdings in California, and I own a golf course right on the ocean, right on the Pacific Ocean in Palos Verdes. So beautiful. It's a club. It's big, many acres, hundreds of acres, and it's fantastic. But California is so precious.
How did Trump get so much money?
One of the most beautiful places in the world in terms of weather, in terms of everything, and they're just destroying it with crime. The crime is out of control. It's a very dangerous place, and I think it's a shame because I like him. I got along with him great. I helped him a lot with his fires. I kept saying, why don't you do something about the forest fires?
Yeah.
There's no reason to have that. There's no management. They have no
Is he
management control over
self-made?
the forest. I said, you have to do things.
He sold
But
drugs
I got along with him
and
great, but he has not done.
I'm gonna do the same.
He has not done the job. Sad.
I want to be just like him.
Got a few more. Let's see what we got next.
Yeah.
Big
he's turned
nose.
very liberal, actually. They say he's the son of Fidel Castro, and it could be. I mean, anything's possible in this world, you know?
Fidel Castro, isn't that the dude that ran fucking Puerto Rico into the ground? Big nose isn't one word. Just don't add a space.
They say he's the son
Dumbass.
of Fidel Castro, and it could be. I mean, anything's possible in this world, you
Fuck
know?
True Day.
You're going to learn
Is he from Canada?
as
I see the Canadian flags.
you get older. You've seen a lot already for your age. Per age, I would say. Per year spent, you've seen as much
There
as
you go,
anybody.
Spooky,
But
exactly.
Justin Trudeau is, I got along with him very well, actually, but he seems to be going very progressive, and the people of Canada are not liking it. I mean, if they had a good conservative person, which maybe they do, maybe they don't, but
He's the governor of the entire state of Canada or country.
somebody that's a strong conservative would win in Canada. Canada is very unhappy about the way they've been treated as people.
Is that true,
I get
Frogger?
along with him well. Now, this man,
I ain't gonna lie. Fuck. Fat.
along with well. We had Little Rocket Man. We had the red button. He said, "I have a red button on my desk," and I said, "No, I have a red button too, and mine's bigger than yours, and mine worked." And it
Legendary. Oh my god.
it was a really bad month and a half. He was very very tough on President Obama. Very tough on everybody.
Wait, so motherfuckers beat egg roll. Okay, bro. So when motherfuckers is beefing like in debates that like people don't speak the same language, is the translators really like talking they shit like between them?
It's the hermit nation.
That's
It really
tough.
is. I mean, I said to him, "Do you know Elton
I ain't like his fucking hair shape is fucking insane, bro. And look at his hair.
John? No, no, no." I
fade
said,
weak as
"Did you
hell."
ever hear the song Rocket Man?" And I actually played him the song Rocket Man. He said, "No, I've never heard it." I said, "You're Rocket Man." He said, "No, you call me Little Rocket Man, not Rocket Man." But I tell you what, so we had a very nasty time. People were actually worried about it because it could have been dangerous. But President Obama told me that this was the single biggest threat to the United States, was Kim Jong-un of North Korea. And one day,
Got
I
his
got a
ass in
call
check.
from people that wanted to see me about him, and he wanted to meet. He did not want to meet with Obama, did not want to meet with anybody. Got tremendous nuclear capability. He does. And we've checked that closely, and he does. I got to know him very well, and I got along with him great. He's very
I ain't
smart.
like, what I've known is Russia and China, they linked up and they go against the entire world. And then Russia has rockets and Russia has North Korea has rockets and Russia is like very strong government. So it's like them linking up, it's like they're the biggest threats,
Very strong. He's the absolute leader. A lot of people say, "Oh, maybe he's not the leader." He's the absolute. When he's around,
But no, it's China, North Korea, and Russia, I think.
his people are standing up at attention. I've never seen. We were at a luncheon.
China has a
20
good-
people on
good
this
government,
side,
too.
20 people among, looking at
A
each
good
other. In Singapore,
army.
we had a meeting in Singapore. It was the biggest press conference I've ever had. There were thousands of paparazzi. I've never seen anything like it. I think people said they've never seen anything like it. I was walking in. He was walking in. We met in the middle, remember? And
Yeah,
the
of course.
place just went crazy. But we got along very well. He's very, very smart. And, he's a real power. He's a real power. I think he's upset that I'm not there. Nothing would have happened with him. We would have gotten along with him fine. I was trying to get him to do, his country.
Name
is-
to me in
you
3
talk about
days?
Location. I'm a real estate guy. He's right between, think of
Pretty
this,
good.
Russia, China, one side, and South Korea on the other. I said, "You have a great piece of real estate. You could make so much. You could have
I'm
gorgeous
hungry.
things." I said to him, "Think about gorgeous condos going up on your shore." He's got a lot of ocean. He's got ocean frontage on both sides, right? But I got along with him great, and we would have had no problem with him. Now he's getting very angry with us, and he's getting very angry with, I understand he doesn't like her. He doesn't know her, but he forms opinions, and he doesn't like her. And he thought that Biden was a stupid man, a very stupid man. He would say that, but I say the same thing, so at least we agree on something. But they really have hurt our country. These people have hurt our country. Kim Jong-un was great for as long as he was there. As long as I was there was going to be no problem, that I can tell you. We met in Singapore. I got to know him so well. And I always say that we have enemies from within, and we have enemies on the outside. So he would be considered, I guess, an enemy. I think he would be absolutely fine. China, the same thing. I always say if you have a smart president, you don't have a problem with the outside. But you still will have a problem with the inside because these people are sick. They're sick. And the people from the inside, I mean, they're willing to take down our country. It's incredible. When I look at guys like Adam Shifty Schiff, he's such a bad guy, such a liar with the Russia
pretty
hoaxes,
bad,
total hoax.
son.
It went on for 2.5 years. and total exoneration, nothing to do with Russia. The opposite. I was the worst thing that ever happened to Russia because I stopped the pipeline, the Russia pipeline. It's called Nord Stream 2. Nobody ever heard of Nord Stream 2. But, it was just 2 years of this stuff. And actually putting our country in danger because you put your country in danger with another country. But getting along with these people is really, getting along with the foreign leaders, if you're smart, our country is safe. If you're stupid, and that's a problem. We have stupid people there now, and those people are very dangerous right now. Right now, I'm hearing there's going to be an attack tonight by Iran of Israel. They're going to be attacked tonight. I'm telling you right now. I hear it just through the same waves. There's no top secret information or anything. Right. But I hear that Israel's going to be attacked tonight. If I were president, nobody would even be talking about that word because it wouldn't happen 100%. And it's so. But when you have Pelosi and when you have Schiff and you have all these people, when you have people like Schumer, you have all these people. These people are a danger to our country. And they get a guy like Biden in. He's just a vessel. He has no idea where the hell he is. He's their perfect vessel because he'll do anything that they want him to do. Right. So we really have dangerous people. They go after their political opponent, like me. Me being especially. They've used law enforcement to go after me. They've come at me with everything. We just won the big case in Florida. You saw that. Mm-hmm. That was the big case. That was the biggest of the cases. And we won that conclusively. We had a brilliant and very fair judge. If I have fair judges, I win every case. But they put you in cases where the judges are totally corrupt, where like in New York, where the whole legal system is actually bringing down the state and bringing down the city because the corruption's so bad. But we have to solve the problem from within. The problem on the outside, if you have somebody smart, you can handle it easily, actually. But the problem from within, we have people that truly hate our country. We have to solve that problem.
I want to get this right with what I'm about to say because you had said something about crooked people, and I want to say I want to get this right. So I'm pulling up my phone. The same DA, Fannie Willis.
Right, Fannie Willis.
She treats you very unfairly.
She goes by the name of Fani, even though it's Fani. She wants it pronounced Fani. She's little French, little French accent, and her lover, Wade, right?
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Wade.
Would you say she's very unfair?
Well, not only to me. There are many people. She wanted to indict a couple of senators, I understand.
Isn't that Atlanta shit?
That had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
There are many people, and this has taken place in Georgia. Georgia's phenomenal. Georgia's I love the people of Georgia. I've done great with the people of Georgia.
Yeah.
Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina. But Georgia is so good, and she's destroying it, and the governor should do something about it because, look, these are innocent people. These are patriots.
1 second, I was just going to switch this. So I know Fannie Willis has treated you very unfair. I have a friend who's currently being treated unfair by her. He's a rapper named Young Thug.
Yeah,
and I
heard that, actually.
Yeah, I just was wondering if there's a way that we can make sure he gets treated fair. That's all.
So I've heard about him, and I heard he's being treated very unfairly by her, and I would tell her she's got to treat these patriots that are being all terrible. They're going after him. And I hear Young Thug is being treated. I heard the name.
Yeah.
I heard it from other people where they say he's being treated
Young
fairly.
Thug.
He's got to be treated fairly.
Please. Thank you, let's see who we got next on the couple. We got a couple more people left.
Okay.
Got some, hopefully some good ones. Well,
So he was very good with me because when they were doing the Russia
name.
hoax, they said I did something with him on a phone call, and basically I congratulated him on his winning the presidency.
Right.
And said some other things which turned out to be perfect, better than perfect. If he sees any corruption, please report it to the Attorney General of the United States, which we have an agreement with the country. We have actually a signed contract with them, a very important one, that because Ukraine has always been known as very corrupt. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, that's Ukraine's government.
I think the people are great, but it's been very corrupt. And I said, if you find any corruption in the country, you should report it immediately to the Attorney General. I did say that, and it was a very good thing to say. It turned out I was 100% right in saying it. So they made up a phone call, but fortunately, the phone was essentially taped. The call was essentially taped. I didn't know this, but a lot of times when you're talking foreign leaders, they have tapes, or they have stenographers. And we had 2 professional, really great military stenographers. So every word. So when they said I did these things, I said, no, I didn't. And then I said, was that taped, or did they have the stenographers? The answer was yes. And they got all the way down the line to impeach me. They wanted to impeach me over this phone call, single phone call. And I knew that I had them because I had the tape with the stenographers, everything perfect. Every word was said. And then they did the impeachment. And just before that, because I remember Nancy Pelosi was crazy, we can't impeach him. Look at what the phone call was. She saw the phone call.
Yeah.
And then they decided, well, let's do it anyway. Can you believe how bad these people are? Let's do it anyway, because they had the phone call.
Yeah.
That's where Tim Scott, a great guy from senator from South Carolina, he said, wait a minute, I've just read the phone call. That phone call was, he was the first one to speak up. Tim Scott of South Carolina. Then Republican senators spoke up, and they were great. I mean, there was great, of course, the only one was Mitt Romney, real stiff, and he couldn't get elected dog catcher right now. But and he actually voted. He actually only took a half a vote away, but everybody else voted for me, 100% unanimous with the Republicans, and it was fine. But what they did was they made up a call, and then when they found out that I had it essentially on tape, they looked really bad, and they had a decision to make. Do they pull it? And she said, no, we shouldn't be doing this, but let's go ahead with it anyway. I did nothing wrong. So you have to be careful. So let me just say about him. So when they called him and they asked him, did President Trump say anything that was inappropriate or wrong? He said, absolutely not. It was a very nice phone call. There was nothing unusual about it at all. And he could have grandstanded. He could have said, well, and he didn't say that. So I respect him. I think that I will be able to make a deal with him and Vladimir Putin very quickly.
That's great.
Even though would have been a lot easier before this war started, and you wouldn't have 500,000 people, or maybe much more than that. I think you're going to find that the number of people dead is far greater than what they're saying. That's a really nasty thing going on over there. But I think I will be able to get him and Putin together, and we'll get it ended. It would have never started if I were president. We had no chance of starting. I knew Putin very well, know him very well, and it was the apple of his eye. Ukraine was the apple of his eye. He did love it. He did want it, but he knew he couldn't do it. He wouldn't. He would not. He knew he could not do it. He would have never done it if I was president.
Wait, can y'all get better gifts of me?
And all of the destruction.
Like, I got gifts in Discord. Y'all need to get better gifts of me.
Horrible.
Like, them shits is funny.
Most of those cities are wiped down to the ground, and it's so sad. And when those buildings,
if you have any gifts, drop them in Discord.
People think those buildings don't have people. They have a lot of people in those buildings that don't want to leave. And those buildings come down. They're big buildings.
I had like the tan hoodie on one of them.
And the people are crushed. I mean, instantly they're crushed. Missiles hit them.
I wanted to touch base real quick on the inflation thing. So, I know I saw you when you went to go speak in Nashville. You talked about crypto. You said that crypto can help with that. You mentioned that's somewhat like gold. Do you think that, when you get back in office, you would still fully support crypto? And, I just saw that the U.S. government, ever since you spoke about it, they're selling crypto. They're selling it. So what would you do if you were in office with crypto?
It's something they shouldn't be doing because they should try to build it. So if we don't do it, China's doing it, other places.
That would replace the smacking meme.
And it's a very modern currency. It's a very modern form. And I know a lot of very good people that are really into that world and into that market. They're smart. They're good people. And they think it's going to be very beneficial. And remember this, that's very important. It's like AI. Do you love it? Not like it? If we don't do it, China's going to do it. Or other people are going to do it.
Yeah.
And we can't be left behind. And crypto is right in that sphere. And it is a form of currency. And again, China's already doing it. But if we don't do it, they're going to do it. AI is something that's really at the top of the list.
Yeah.
And there are pros and cons to everything. But China is trying to do everything.
Yeah.
And we've got to beat them to the punch.
I would love to see you and Elon, get together and talk about AI together. I think it's really, really important because, Elon with what he's doing, and then obviously you guys can really come together, maybe try to find some solutions for AI because it is getting out of hand. You see a bunch of fake stuff. It's really getting crazy.
It's one thing about AI that's interesting is, and who would believe this, to really be at the top of it and to dominate, because China's very much into the artificial intelligence, right?
Yeah.
Even the name is sort of a weird name because artificial intelligence sounds like, it's not really a very good name when you think about it. It's artificial. It says like fake intelligence, right? But regardless, so you need massive amounts of electricity to be able to compete. Did you know that? Electricity.
Yeah.
And if you don't build twice the amount of electricity that the country currently has, now think of that number. You need more electricity than the country has for everything, times 2. Now think. So nobody's going to be able to get that done but me. I'm the only one because you're going to have to build power plants at every plant. You're going to have a power plant for every plant. It's all electricity based. It's amazing. You need massive amounts of electricity. In the meantime, they built 8 chargers in the Middle West for cars because we shouldn't have, obviously, all electric. They have this electric car mandate, and they don't go far. They cost a lot. They're going to be made in China. And under Biden, he wants everybody to drive electric cars. No more gas-propelled cars, no more hybrids, no more anything. Think of it. How crazy. And you can drive a car from here to Los Angeles on a tank of gas. Same thing with trucks. They want trucks to go electric. They'd have to make 6 stops to get to Los Angeles. With diesel, they don't have to make any stops, and they have left over. And the truck gets lighter as you go. One of the problems with that is the weight. The weight of the batteries is so heavy. It's 2.5 times heavier than a truck without, with diesel. And you would have to rebuild all of your bridges all throughout the country. And I asked the trucking industry supports me because of this. I mean, they probably like me, but they support me because of this, because they're not going to have an industry. I said, when you explain that you're going to have to rebuild all of your bridges in the country, when you explain that to the government officials that come and harass you, don't they say, oh, I see, well, then it doesn't work. Just that one thing, it doesn't work. When you explain to them that you have to stop 6 times for 4 hours to stop, and you talk about a supply chain problem, right? But I said, when you explain that to people, just tell me, do they say, oh, then we can't really do it? Because, it makes sense. We can't do it.
Yeah.
It's all right. You could have a child
do
go
you
into a
chatter,
meeting,
bro?
and within 1 minute or 2 minutes, they would convince you that it doesn't work. Maybe sometime, but I think it's essentially never going to work. In my opinion, it'll never work because you're always going to have a weight problem. You're always going to have. It's never going to be the same kind of a thing where you can drive for 2 days without stopping. It's just not going to happen that way. And I said, what do they say when you go in and explain this? They don't care. They say, we don't care. We want you to go electric. And one gentleman, the biggest guy in the business, he said to me, all my life I've been buying trucks. For 50 years I've been buying trucks. And every year they got better, bigger, stronger, more beautiful. Every year for 50 years they became more efficient, more fuel efficient, better pollution control, everything. And if they make us do that, we'll go back 50 years, more than that. He said a truck 50 years ago would have been better than what they're making us use right now. And I say, when you explain that, do they do anything? They sit there, they look, and they say, we don't care. That's our mandate. You have to go all electric. These people are going to destroy our country. We can't let them do it.
Horrible, horrible. Mr. President, I know you're very busy. It's already 2:15. How much time would you say we have? Because I do want to give you this last gift.
Well, let's go do the last gift.
Let's go do it. Let's go do it.
So far, I like the gift you gave me.
Yeah, well, you're like this other one too. Hold on 1 second here. Whoops. I actually closed that out. Let me go full screen real quick. You go full screen on the OBS, and then you should have the live view or the IRA. You kill it. You kill it.
It's great stuff. I don't know if I have enough time.
So the next bit is outside.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Sounds good.
Yeah! Why don't you clap? Come on, Grandma. Roll her out. Roll her out. She ain't clapped for you once. Why are you talking to her?
Please get a picture with her.
Yes. Can I do that?
Yeah, of course.
Can I? Come on, let's get
I'll take it. I got you
Yeah,
guys.
take a picture with
Take a
you.
good one.
I'll take a great one. I got some good ones.
That's her mother.
She does. She's probably tougher than I am. Have a good time.
I'm
everybody.
getting life. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Why would he take a picture with
What do you like
me?
walking on? What side you like walking on?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you look good on both sides. Yeah, it doesn't really matter at all. X, come on outside with the truck. Yeah.
XQC!
Felix's shirt.
I love that.
Felix, by the way, Mr. Trump.
Fantastic. Wow. Yeah, I got the grills on. I like that. Hey, I know. That's what I noticed. I noticed the grill.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Congratulations.
All right, well, you
He
guys.
said this country is full of drug addicts. You're looking at two of them right here. He just fucking opioids and fentanyl, and then ADIN drinks
See
lean.
the gift.
Yeah, I can. Wow.
You can't miss it.
That's an Elon.
It is an Elon.
Wow.
Shout out to Mr.
That's
Musk.
beautiful. Hey, that is beautiful.
Am I going to close the door really quick? Just I want to show them the rap. Sure. Check out this rapper. Let me know your honest thoughts.
I think it's incredible.
We got Trump a
You know
Cybertruck
what they did?
wrapped with his fucking moment.
Or they let it happen.
But I can't get a fucking '05 Honda. Like, give me a fucking. I don't give a fuck. Give me a Toyota. I'll take anything. Give me a fucking car.
See the Secret Service agency?
Yeah.
They're angry.
We
at
giving him a
put
Cybertruck for what?
Yeah, no.
That's just terrible.
Yeah,
For what?
How easy it is to manipulate.
It's a little bit scary.
Yeah, it is very scary. So we need
Right,
like
on
a
a
system
whole
where we
nother
can
level.
fact check things, see if it's real and authentic.
Why does he need a Rolex and a Cybertruck?
So I know we're not going to drive anywhere.
Buy me
I
a
was wondering if you
crib.
wanted to like listen to like a song here.
Let's go.
All right, cool. This is how you open it up.
It is incredible.
Yeah, it is. I'll get on the other side.
Okay, Aiden, so.
We good? We back? We good? Oh, we're good. All right. Now this is cool.
It's very good.
I've never even seen you in a car before.
Wow. Not too many. That's good. Look at the playlist.
fuck?
This is your playlist.
It's a good, yeah.
The team picked out.
Yeah.
You want to pick a song? Let's test out
Okay,
this
so
sound.
let's try it. And you know, some of the artists I like better than others, but I like the other song better. So it's always.
Who's like your top 3 artists?
Well, we love Frank Sinatra, right?
Of course.
And
Frank Sinatra.
you know, there's a couple that I really like, but I don't like the people, so I don't want to really mention their name. But look at this list as an example. So it's such a great list. Aren't the Beatles always good?
Come on, they're the best.
Rolling Stones are always good.
Choose one. Let's
look at that.
you
So
go
let's
choose what you like to choose. We swipe like this.
Oh, yeah.
1%?
That's fantastic.
Less than that, bro.
How about, and we like the Beach Boys. We always like the Beach Boys.
We do like the Beach
Who
Boys.
doesn't like the Beach Boys?
Beach
How about
Boys.
if we did the following?
One Direction.
Thinking that it's going to come back under proper management.
Big Time Rush.
When you dream.
Let's do it.
Good.
Let's test this thing out.
Kenzo Bola.
All right, y'all. Let's see how good the system is.
Kenzo Bola.
This is
Play
by far
it.
the best live stream I've ever done. I want to say thank you.
Well,
And
it's
I do want to say I do want to do a little victory dance with you. I want to step out the car, blast
Oh
the
my
music,
God.
and dance because I just had the best stream ever. You were right. You called it right before.
Oh my
you called me in
crap.
the room and you said, "Watch, we're gonna have the most hits ever."
I
Watch.
think you will. And do you know what the hits are yet? Do you know? Have
No,
you been able to tell?
I want.
When will you know?
We crashed multiple times.
I think you'll crash. Yeah.
I think we're gonna see. I'm gonna get all the analytics, the real live view count, everything.
Well, you'll let me know, but I think you'll have the biggest show. You know, Nelk by far their biggest.
I know. And I hated it when YouTube took them down.
So they had 7.5 million hits in like an hour, and then they were taken down. And I told them they'd be taken
An
down.
hour.
And they selected up.
They were
Right?
great. No, they left. But I said YouTube or whoever it was took them down.
Right.
And I said that would happen. And I said, so let me ask you, if that happens, are you going to fold? They said nope, and they never did. But they were taken down. But they had 7.5 million in a very short period.
Wow, that's crazy. I just seen somebody said with all the pages, all the people live rewatching us,
Right.
we hit over 1 million. We hit over 1 million live, which is amazing.
You're going to have a lot.
Yeah.
I hope you're going to break your record by a lot, and I think you will, for whatever reason. I mean, I won't get into that, but for whatever reason, people seem to like watching. I will say it's an honor to be with you, too.
Thank you.
You're a young guy that's got an amazing, maybe someday you'll run for president.
I don't know about that. I'll leave it to Barron maybe one day.
Barron.
But I would love to help Barron. When it comes to we need you back in office, man. Let's hit this dance. I also
How about this song by Elvis?
Elvis. No, it's a great song.
Great, right?
Elvis.
You know what Doug was?
What?
He had the greatest songs of people that left him.
I think Kamala Harris is in here. You want to say anything to her?
Sure.
I'm kidding. She's not really in here.
I don't mind. I'll
You'll still let it go? Let it fly.
She's got to save the country, but it's not going to happen. They're not going to be able to do it. They're not going to be able to come close. That's great. Great to be with you.
It's great. It's great. I just want to
What's a good one?
the YMCA, man. That's
YMCA is the best.
that's the best one. The outro out. You know what I mean?
Right here.
No, I think is it this one?
I'll tell you about TikTok. Trump is going to keep TikTok going, whereas Biden and Harris, they have no idea what it means. And all it's going to do is be good for China the other way. So we're going to save TikTok. They want to destroy TikTok. So all the people on TikTok, vote for Trump.
Vote for Trump. An amazing stream. W to the chat. Any last words? Live stream. End the stream.
I just want to make sure you break your record. If you don't break your record, this is
I think you broke it. Thank you, Mr. President. We can end that.
Seeing Trump dancing up back, it was crazy. Damn, he's fat as shit now. What happened? Yo, that link caught up with him. That'd be streamed for sure. Only 5K dislikes. YouTube shadow banning this stream is so funny. It's there to be number one. Facts. 25K views and hours of sending disrespectful. You does not want us to watch this. Damn. ADIN. I ain't gonna lie. The fact that ADIN was able to get Trump on stream and make it happen and didn't get finessed and only have 5 minutes of content is insane. And I don't think Trump probably didn't pay Trump. I mean, he gave him a fucking Cybertruck and a Rolex. But overall, that was good. ADIN Trump, I guess.